Hello and welcome back to my series about how to design clay cutters in Fusion and Shaper. In this video I will use Fusion, but there is a different one showing the same in Shaper 3D. In previous videos I showed you the interface of Fusion and how to design a simple circular cutter. In this video I will show you a bit more complex cutters, which are a teardrop shape and a flower. Just follow along and I will explain as we go. Start by creating a sketch. Place it onto the bottom plane. This will bring us into the top view. Perfect. And now go over here and select the center diameter circle. Place it into the center point of our sketch. And make this 12 millimeters. You can make this smaller or larger, whatever you want. But I will just go with 12 millimeter for now. Next is to use a line and place the line on this green reference line. Doesn't matter where you place it, we will shift it later. So now go over to the circle and you can see this little symbol here, which means it will connect it using the tangent. This will add the constraint here automatically. It will make sure that the line goes into the circle perfectly, like this. Do the same for the other side. Select line, click here. And if you would go here, it will hit the circle, but not in a smooth curve. If you let it do the tangent constraint, it will make it go smoothly over, which is what we want. We don't want any sharp corners here. Use the dimension tool to determine the dimension from up here to the center of the circle. I will go with 50 millimeter, but as before, do whatever dimension you want to use. Just play around with it a bit. Now I will trim away the lines we don't need, which is the half of the circle that is within these two lines. So this line here. Perfect. Click Escape to end the function. You can leave it as it is, so leave this as a sharp corner or add a radius up here. To do this, click on Fillet and select this line and this line. Enter the dimension you want this curve to be, so I will just go with 1 millimeter. Alright, the contour for the cutter is done. This outline will be our internal cutting edge. We will now offset this outline to create our cutting edge. Select Offset, select the outline, and type in 0.4 millimeter and hit Enter. This will be our cutting edge. Do the same again, Offset, select the inner one, and type in 0.8 millimeter. This will be our support. Now again, Offset, select the inner one, and make this 3 millimeter. Well done. This is all you need to create this cutter. We will now extrude these contours to make it a solid object. I will show you how to do this. Go over to Finish Sketch, rotate your view a bit, either with the cube or with Shift and your mouse. Click Extrude. Select between these two lines, like this. Use the arrow to drag it out. And enter 15 millimeter. After you created your first solid from a sketch, it will be hidden away. Go over here to Sketches, and click on this little eye. This will make it visible again. Click Extrude again. Select within these two lines and extrude this 10 millimeter. Enter. And then the last one, which will be our handle, here, and 3 millimeter. Now we can hide the sketch again. We don't need it anymore. And this is already a perfectly fine cutter. This is the cutting edge. Let's zoom in. This will be the cutting edge, it's 0.4 millimeter. The second one is just to support the cutting edge to make it more sturdy. And this is your handle where you will hold the cutter. Well done, your first cutter is done. I will also show you how to design a flower cutter, just so you see a bit more of the functionality of Fusion and just to give you a bit more training. To do this, start with the sketch again. Place it on the same plane, this one. Shift it over a bit. Use the circle to draw a circle. Doesn't matter where it is, just keep a bit of distance to the other one. Place a circle on this red reference line and make it 12 millimeter. Okay, now that you've drawn your first circle with 12 millimeter, draw another one. Select circle, place it on the red line again, and make it 12 millimeter. You can use different dimensions, it's just to show you how to do this. Use the dimension tool to determine how far they are apart. Select those center points and then drag this dimension out here and type in 12 millimeter or 10 millimeter. Yeah, let's go with 10. And now we will need to rotate this circle around this center point. That is the reason why I drew this circle. I will delete it later on, we don't need it, but I will show you how to rotate the circle around the other circle. Go over here and click on Create. And then here you see circular pattern. Now you have to choose the object and the center point. So this is the object, and the center point is the center of the circle. As you can see now it's rotating around this axis, around this circle here. Determine how many objects you want to have. I will go with 5. And then hit OK. And now you created a flower. Now we can delete the center circle, we don't need it anymore. And we will use trim to delete all the unwanted lines. Like this. Just select them one by one to delete them, and you will be left with a perfect flower outline. So the next step is to create our cutting edge, our support and our handle. We will do this by offsetting this contour. Go over here to offset, select, click on the outline, and with this arrow you can drag it out or in. We want to go out. 0.4 millimeter, enter. As you can see here, we created 0.4 millimeter offset as before. Do the same again, but now 0.8 millimeter for the support, enter. And do the same again with 3 millimeter for the handle, enter. Perfect, well done. And the last step for this, as before, is to extrude the contours. Click on Finish Sketch. Turn around a bit, select Extrude, and select within the first 2 lines. Drag it out and enter 15 millimeter. Again, the sketch disappeared. You can bring it back here. Click this little eye. Select Extrude again. Click within the second 2 lines and extrude it by 10 millimeter. As I showed in the previous video, make sure operation is set to join. Otherwise, it will create separate bodies for each of these contours. You can merge them later. I can show you. But ideally, just make sure to choose join from the beginning. But let's say it's set to new body. Okay, so now you can see here that you have a separate body for each of these contours, which is not what we want because some of the slicers will split them apart, so it will print this, and then this in different places. So it makes the cutter completely useless. To change this in hindsight, select both of the bodies and click Combine. Okay, and now it's just one body. Let's extrude the handle and then we're done with this design. Extrude 3 mm and make sure it's set to join. Perfect. Hide away the sketch again. We don't need it anymore. And that's it. We created these 2 cutters. They are now ready to be exported for 3D printing. We will do this by clicking on Utilities, Make, and then select one and save it to your computer, and then select the other and save it to your computer too. And that's it for today. I hope this video helped you create cutters. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. In the next videos, I will show you more complex cutters and how to trace images to create cutters, as well as the settings for a bamboo printer. Yeah, I hope you liked this video, and please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment if you have any questions, and subscribe to see the rest of the series. And thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye!